Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the Fearless Thinking Podcast, designed to help you navigate authentic leadership and the entrepreneurial journey. I'm your host, Michael Devous, and these are my thoughts, lessons, and insights from my entrepreneurial journey into coaching, workshops, motivational speaking, and of course, what I picked up from interviews with inspiring leaders and entrepreneurs along the way. My mission is to help people unlock their untapped potential by using fear as a catalyst for powerful change and growth, so they can step into the greatest version of their most authentic selves. All right, let's get into some fearless thinking. Hey, I literally just forgot where I was. Hey, fearless thinkers, welcome to the Fearless Thinking Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Devous. Starting off here in 2025, the last couple episodes were just sort of a brief, hello, we're back. And now we're going to dive into some AI. Like, AI is everywhere. It's the year of AI. I believe 2025 is the year of AI. There's no way you can escape it. In fact, I did some work. I think I mentioned it before in my last episode when I was talking about future-proofing your success. And it's interesting that there's several people who are talking about the use of AI to future-proof our careers, to future-proof our businesses. And it is just one of those areas that I think it needs a lot more exploring, a lot more people talking about it and sharing their wisdom and their thoughts. I'm going to be doing a series with a good colleague of mine, exploring AI a bit further. The next few episodes of Fearless Thinking, one a week, we will be talking about AI and its myriad different ways that it's influencing our markets and our industries. I'm going to be getting my AI certification, mainly because I'm an enthusiast, if not a complete geek for this stuff. But I figured, with what I do for a living and how I like to advise and coach and help entrepreneurs and building the Ascend Hub, um, you know, there's opportunities there to explore how AI can impact all of the businesses, but I'd like to be somebody that helps advise people on AI. There's so many individuals who are struggling with it and not being familiar with it. In fact, I'm a mentor for the Exponential Impact Survive and Thrive program, and I'm a mentor for two different businesses, startups. And um, when I talk about how to automate and how to use AI and all the different things that it can do, you should see the eye just sort of like glossed over and a little like shocked and intimidated. And that makes me sad because I think AI can be a powerful tool for startups and entrepreneurs. When we're as solopreneurs and people like that, you don't have a team. There's not a lot of revenue. There's not any more of you to go around. And if you can't hire people or what have you, then finding systems and automations to really streamline your business model and help you is going to be a massive advantage over individuals who can't and are not comfortable with it. Now, I believe we're going to see some changes coming where there's going to be middle services, meaning AI as a service. They're going to be creating it productized, if you will. So in essence, you won't have to go in and do all of the prompting. You won't have to do any of those things. Someone will just hand you an agent package that says, this is my marketing agent, this is my efficiency agent, this is my whatever. And then they'll ask the questions, they'll do the tweaking, they'll plug it in for you. And then you just pay a monthly fee to have that kind of automated support, right? And those individuals will be sort of the middlemen in terms of providing AI productized services to the masses who aren't familiar with, nor are they comfortable with, or do they even have the desire to deal with AI and learning it, from that standpoint. So today's episode, AI powered entrepreneurship in 2025. If you can imagine, AI is projected to increase business productivity by 2.5%, 2.5 times, not 2.5%, 2.5 times, 2.5x in 2025. That means business productivity as it stands and as it was in 2024 is set to more than double in productivity in 2025. That's a massive leap in productivity. But here's the question, right? How do we begin to leverage AI without losing our unique human edge? I think that's going to be the thing that's key to people either embracing it or not embracing it. There have to be leaders, there have to be people that are out front that are paving the way, if you will, for exploring how you can be an AI empowered entrepreneur or solopreneur while staying authentic, creative, and of course, future proof. Um, so Kevin Rose, author of Future Proof, has this quote: "We have to stop thinking of AI as a job killer and instead view it as a tool for supercharging our productivity. The businesses that thrive will be the ones that no. The businesses that thrive will be the ones that can speak properly. The businesses that thrive will be the ones that integrate AI without losing their unique human skills." Um, I think what's interesting is that he says a tool for supercharging our productivity. You have to know where you need to increase your productivity. You have to be aware of where you're falling short of productivity, where your efficiency standards and your protocols and your automations could be put into place. If you haven't examined your business model and all of the different functions of your operations to determine where those places are and where they occur, getting an AI on board would seem intimidating, if not like confusing, because you're not aware of where you need the support and help. It is like what happened in 2022, 3, and 4, where they said you got to know your target audience, you got to know your avatar, you got to know your why, you got to know your unique selling proposition, right? All those things you had to know. Well, you couldn't determine those things about your product or your services or your brand if you didn't know who your target audience was. So everybody spent all this time defining these things. Well, it's the same case where if you're not familiar with where you need productivity enhancements, where you need automation services, because you haven't really examined the business model from that standpoint, then yeah, it's going to be intimidating. And I think that's one of the things we need to start learning how to do better, which is provide opportunities for people to examine where they need it. So why does it matter? Well, in this episode, we're reinforcing AI's revolution, its inevitability, while also emphasizing the mindset shift from fear to opportunity. So the automative, the oh my lord, my mouth, the automation imperative. I'm reading from my script, guys. I really am trying to be focused and strategic about this without just going random. All right. So 55% of businesses will reach an AI maturity in 2025. And this means that if you're not leveraging AI for your business, you're not just behind, you will be invisible. Do you understand that? 55% of businesses out there will reach AI maturity by the end of 2025. That's how fast the adoption is happening and the adaptiveness of these businesses are going to be. Are you part of the 45% that are not just left behind, but completely invisible? Invisible to the AIs, invisible to the chatbots, invisible to the algorithms, invisible to the advancements, right? I mean, I just can't imagine what it's going to be like for businesses if they're not leveraging and integrating AI. Excuse me. So, industry use cases, AI powered customer service chatbots. You've already seen them, you've already interacted with them. They already handle 85% of customer service queries for companies like Amazon and Tesla. Massive companies out there. We're talking the big, not just the big 5, mind you. We're talking all of them have nearly 85% automated chatbots managing their customer service requests and interface, right? The next is AI content creation tools. You've seen it all over the place, right? Like Jasper, Copy, Canva even has their new AI coming on board. All of these different marketing tools that help you create content are revolutionizing marketing by cutting content production time in half. And then finally, AI-driven data analysis. This part I think is huge. You can do all the changes, you can create all the things, you can have somebody do all these little things, but without the data that drives what the changes need to be, how the chatbots are going to operate, what your agents are going to manage for you, right? Good data in, good data out. Good data in, good AI behaviors and models, right? Good efficiency standards. Data analysis is giving small businesses insights that were only once available to Fortune 500 companies that were paying massive firms for these data analysis and focus groups to get all this information and and have an advantage over you, the small business. Now you have the same opportunity. And you're not just playing in their sandbox anymore. Sandbox has widened and your tools have increased, and it's really, really cool. So Sam Altman, he's the OpenAI CEO, said in a quote that real winners of AI will be those who figure out how to blend AI automation with human creativity. The biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs will make is resisting AI instead of learning how to use it to their advantage. That's what I'm trying to do. I mean, some people. We just did what the mentor event this past week. One of the gentlemen that spoke actually from the Better Business Bureau talked about AI, and he's got a couple classes that he offers on that too, some workshops. And he was suggesting, if you spend at least 30 minutes a day, maybe an hour, whatever. I was like, dude, I spend hours a day playing around in the AI sandbox. Um, I think sometimes it can be distracting to the point of not being productive, mainly because there's so much new stuff. This is very different from what we were used to in the past when a new piece of tech would come on to the scene every 2 to 3 years. Then it was on to the scene every 18 months. Then it was every 12 months. Well, this is every day we're getting something new every day because AI is advancing so quickly that they're able to introduce new stuff. Now, you can be overwhelmed by that, obviously, but I would encourage you to pick your top three. Just pick three. If it's not like your jam and you just need to pick your three: ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, whatever you want to do. But pick a simple three that you can be interested in, that you can manage, and just play with those. Those big three right now are just the simplest and easiest one for you to interface with. They're not going to be changing so much. They're a bit more wide open, meaning that they are not industry specific and not focused on those things, but do have multiple applications across lots of different industries. So depending on how much you want to use them and how far you want to take them, they can go with you, but they're also just an easy adoption right now, very early on. So like, for instance, ask ChatGPT, list 5 AI tools that can automate and then insert your task in my industry or my business, right? So you're going to insert those things. Those are your prompts that you're going to practice. Like take a ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, whatever, list 5 AI tools that can automate my consulting and coaching business, that can automate these tasks: email, automations, creating content, whatever, for my coaching and consulting business, right? Try that try that prompt out and then see what kind of answer that you get. Now, AI fear management, overcoming resistance to AI. I talk about fear. That's what I do. I'm not a fear expert. I'm not like, I don't have a PhD or any of those things, but I am fascinated with how it affects our lives, our decision-making process, and our productivity, mainly because my journey with fear was a very different one. I used it differently. I treated it differently. I was unaware that I was doing that. So now my role is to help others be more intentional about their relationship with fear so that they can really turn it into a powerful catalyst for change in their lives. So fear management of AI, I think, is going to be important because it's just another new thing that's coming out that can intimidate us, and we got to get ahead of that. Now, AI won't replace you specifically, but your AI powered competitors will. You understand what that means? Like, AI is not going to necessarily replace you, but your AI powered competitors will. That means there are competitors out there already finding better ways to do your job using AI, and then we'll present this opportunity to businesses. You've got to get ahead of it. So one of the biggest barriers to AI adoption isn't just the technology, it's fear. Will it make me irrelevant? What if I invest in the wrong tools? What if my customers don't like AI driven interactions? Right? Reid Hoffman, LinkedIn co founder, Reid Hoffman, said that the business that survived the digital revolution were the ones that leaned into the change and not resisted it. Now, we're talking late 1990s or very early 2000s as these behemoths of digital change took over the internet, right? They figured it out. They knew it wasn't going away. They knew they needed to lean into it instead of sitting back going, "Oh, what if the internet makes me irrelevant? What if the internet I invest in internet stuff and it doesn't work out?" We saw the bubbles, we saw the break, right? But what happened? Eventually that went away and there were successors. There were winners in that sandbox, right? Do you want to be a winner or do you want to be one of those individuals that gets lost again? These changes are coming whether you like it or not. It's going to happen. It's going to be there. So I would encourage you to adopt a different mindset that allows you, right? AI is not just another evolution. The key is knowing which tasks you need to automate and which ones require the human touch, right? Now, practical strategies, the weekly AI audit. List all the tasks that you do in a week. Now, it's interesting that it's asking this. I work with a partner of mine at the Ascend Hub, Ty Threets of the Pocket Consultants, and she and I were talking about, teaming up to get an AI assistant and a virtual assistant, by the way. And so one of the things we have to do is we have to list the tasks. We're going to be keeping track of the tasks that we can have automated. We are trying to determine which ones need a human touch and which ones can we just put through the AI machine and be like, well, let's get it done this way, save money and time on that, have the personal touch with the virtual assistant here. And then beyond that, when it comes to leadership and things like that, for us, when we want to step in and really give our part of it, we are free to be able to chase down those kind of opportunities and really be there for them 100%. So categorize your tasks into strategic, meaning human led, versus repetitive, AI friendly, right? Those are the two areas. You want strategic, human led versus repetitive, AI automated and AI friendly. Then you're going to automate at least one low value task this week, right? You're going to figure out how to automate one low valued task. So that chart you're talking about, all the tasks, categorize them between strategic human led and repetitive AI friendly. And then you're going to rate them between low value task and high priority task. And you're going to pick a low value task opportunity task. You're going to automate one of those. For example, if you spend hours replying to like basic customer inquiries, you want to set up an AI chatbot to help you do that, which if you schedule an AI chatbot, these kind of things where you're trying to reply to them online all the time to hundreds of repetitive questions can drain your time, whereas an AI powered scheduling assistant or a chatbot can help answer those. In fact, having a really thorough and robust FAQ on your back end of your website allows other chatbots from other places to find your information easily and make suggestions to their clients and customers. It's not just your AI chatbot helping answer questions to customers. It's other chatbots that are scrolling and scraping your pages for information to help their customers. And if your page is missing the information, unclear about what it's supposed to do, and doesn't have the information they want, they bypass it and move on. It's not the same as Google doing a Google search. It's no longer going to be search. It's going to be answers. It's going to be AI finding you answers, not just searching the wide web and coming up with 83,000 options and then pushing the best ones to the top because Google had someone pay them for it. It's a chatbot. That's sole purpose is to find a very specific service or product that you need. And it goes out into the world and then finds it. Where do you think it goes? It goes to websites like yours, where it needs to find and source the exact thing it's looking for. And if your website isn't optimized, if your FAQ isn't optimized, if the whole system, they're not going to find you. They're just going to bypass you and move on, right? So even playing in the sandbox of creating your own chatbot teaches you what others are already doing to enhance and improve their business model and their customer service. So practical strategies. We already said that, like categorize your tasks, list all the tasks, categorize them strategic human led versus repetitive AI, and then automate at least one of those low value tasks. Now, the AI adoption playbook. AI doesn't remove human jobs, by the way. It removes the repetitive work so that humans can now be free to focus on what truly matters: creativity, leadership, and strategy. This is going to open up the space for us to step further and higher and better into who we are as humans, rather than doing dumb work, rather than doing repetitive stuff. Like, businesses aren't going to be hiring you at a low wage so that you can just sit there and type data into a machine. Who wants to live the rest of their life doing that, right? You want to be able to live your best version of your life. If you were free from doing all of that stuff, all that repetitive stuff for someone else to make them a buck, what do you think you could do, right? That's what this is going to offer us. That's the freedom that's coming. You just have to learn what it is you want to start doing and get ahead of it and start doing that. Use AI to help you, right? So the 6-point AI automation framework for entrepreneurs: 1, content creation. Hello. Using AI to generate your blogs, your scripts, and your visuals. It's never going to go away. There's just going to be material. Content is content is content is content is content. Now, bad content is bad content. It doesn't matter if an AI wrote it. It doesn't matter if it wasn't manufactured by a human. If it's good and helpful and it gives you the information you need to be successful, the content's good. It doesn't matter who wrote it. It doesn't matter where it came from. You're going to want that information. Why? Because what are you looking for? You're looking for answers. What kind of answers? Good answers, not bad answers, not relevant and irrelevant answers. You're looking for good, relevant answers to your problem so that you can find a solution and move forward. If that comes from a human versus a robot, doesn't matter. If it comes from an AI, who cares? You're getting the answer you need to be successful. Next, customer onboarding. This is a massive, not waste of time, but there's so much onboarding repetitiveness that can just be done easily. I mean, let's be honest. We need information. We need forms filled out. We need people to, like, please kill me now. Who wants to sit there and do this? Nobody. But you can implement AI automated email sequences that not only nurture those customers and bring them on board, but also get the information for them and get them set up for success for the next steps that they need to take. Third, data analysis. Big, big, big. Data, data, data. You know, it's a world of data. Data's gold. Data's the new oil. Almost. AI can forecast trends before your competitors can catch on. It is the thing at the forefront of creating trend behaviors before we even realize it, because we're getting it in real time. This is kind of data we're getting in real time analysis. And not only big companies are going to be able to get this information, but you can get this too. So if you're Johnny on the corner selling widgets or whatever, you can still get the same data analysis from the market to make sure that your widget sales are positioned for success, just like the big widget manufacturers over in the other county, right? You will now have access to that, and that's massive. That's going to change the game. Next is marketing campaigns. There's no world without marketing. We don't have a world without marketing in AI. Everything's being marketed. Everything's a message. Everything's a story. Everything's a brand. Everything's an ad for you to do something, create something, buy something, consume something, whether you're consuming it with your eyes or consuming it with your mouth or consuming it with your fingertips. It doesn't matter, right? AI personalizes our customer outreach program at scale, meaning that it can take what you provide, the services and products you provide, target that specific customer, find out what they want, do data analysis on the market to figure out why they changed their decision and didn't want to buy this specific thing. And then you get the information back, change your product, change your service to fit that specific need as quickly as you possibly can, right? Being adaptable, being flexible, being able to pivot fast with your products and services to meet market demand is going to be where it's at. And those marketing campaigns are going to be huge at personalizing the interaction between what you provide and the customer on the other end. Team workflows, that's number 5. AI's tools are going to streamline task management for teams. There's going to be, not only are you examining the tasks that you do individually throughout your day or throughout your week, but departments are examining how to automate tasks. How many repetitive things do your teammates and your workers have to do that are wasting productive time? Meaning, if they were free from doing 3 hours a week of just repetitive work, that they could concentrate on moving the needle forward for the company. Like, think about that. That's massive. And then 6 is community engagement. This is what we do at the Ascend Hub. Obviously, we're focused on trying to figure out how to make really great community engagement, find all different kinds of ways to improve that process and improve that touch. Part of it's being entertaining. I was talking to someone recently that I was saying, the difference between having a good experience and a bad experience today is entertainment. People expect the experience to be entertaining. They expect the workshop to be entertaining. They expect the webinar to be entertaining. They expect your post to be entertaining. The whole game is shifted now. And if you can't be entertaining, you got to find somebody to help you be entertaining, because otherwise nobody's going to pay any attention to what you're offering. Now, one of those things could be AI helping you improve your presentation game, your content game, or using AI to just be the talent. It was really fascinating. Notebook LM. If you haven't checked it out yet, you can literally put your stuff in there, and Notebook LM will create a podcast of your material. Like, I have all these outlines. Why am I on camera spending my time talking to you when I could stick it in there and have them do it for me? Well, they don't have my beautiful face or my personality. However, what I did discover is I can put other relevant content and stuff that we're speaking about at the Ascend Hub, and I can put it in there so that you can have a downloadable that you can read. You could also just push a button and listen to these incredible AI characters talking about the subject matter, so that if you don't have time or you're driving and you just want to listen to it, you can listen to it. I mean, that's incredible. We receive data and information and learning in so many different ways, through our eyes, through our ears, through our touch. It's valuable for people to have alternatives to understanding and receiving the data that you want to provide, right? Than what you're putting out there. Oh, this is from Andrew. I don't know how he says his last name. It's NG, Andrew Nig, or Andrew Ning. Um, he's an AI expert. I actually get his newsletters, and he is the Coursera co-founder, actually. And he said, if you can identify one task in your business that an intern could do, chances are AI can do it too. Start small and experiment, then you can scale. So think about that. If you were to bring on an AI, well, an intern, let's just call it an intern assistant, and you were going to give that intern tasks to do for you, list them out. What would it be? What would the job interview look like? What would their responsibilities look like? How would you describe what their role is and what their responsibilities are and how they're supposed to operate? That's your prompt. That's your AI prompt. You just wrote it. It's a job description, literally. I did 2 of them today for Perplexity, which I'm enjoying, by the way. I don't know if you know about Perplexity, but it lets you have access to almost all the other platforms under one bundled AI roof, right? So you're getting Claude, you're getting Gemini, you're getting Chat, you're getting DeepSeek, you're getting all these other ones under one platform, one subscription price. And I've been playing with it the last couple days. And I love that it has these spaces that you go in, you create a new space for yourself, which I do for my business, right? I created one for like the Ascend Hub. I said, this is what the Ascend Hub's about. This is what it does. This is its purpose. This is its mission. Here are the products and services and things that it does. Here's what we need. And then it asked me if I wanted to enter an instruction for the AI. So I wrote an entire job description, basically, as a strategic advisor for our business at the Ascend Hub on all things community subscription model driven, right? And it just took all that stuff in and had these incredible answers and responses and stuff. So anyway, super handy, super cool. But if you want to know what the automated task should be or whatever, if an intern could do it and you can write the job description for the intern, you just wrote the job description for the AI. You wrote the prompt pretty much right there, done. All right, so challenge yourself this week. Integrate one AI-powered tool into your workflow this week. Now, by the way, if you can't think of a job description for an intern, what's your business model? What's your area that you focus on, right? Go to AI and say, I need an AI prompt and job description for an intern to automate tasks for my fill in your blank, right? I have a car wash that runs weekly and I need someone to do X, Y, and Z. I have a small marketing agency and I need support on blah, blah, blah. Ask the AI to write it for you. Write the job description for the intern, then take a look at it, tweak it based on the things you think you do or do not need. match them up to the low value tasks that you want automated, and then figure out how to get that tool. Don't figure it out. Ask the tool, ask the AI. I need you to figure out how to automate this for me. This is what I need automated. Please tell me the steps, step by step, how to start this and get it done so that I can be successful. And the AI will do that for you. It listens to you and actually responds this way, right? But no, it feels like a human, but it's not a human. It's just using logic, but it does it really, really well. And it can answer the question. If you got a question about AI, ask the AI. Like, don't worry about, they're like, but I don't know. Ask the question. Just put it in to the AI and look at what the response is. It will lead you down a path to get the answers that you need. So you're not going to master this overnight, and you don't need to master AI immediately because it's constantly evolving, but you do need to start somewhere. And AI, it isn't coming. It's here. In fact, my friend Liberty said that. She's like, oh, no, it's not the future. It's already happening. It's in the past. AI has been around for decades. Generative AI has been around for almost a decade, if not a little bit more. And what we're doing with it right now, we're so far ahead, guys. You're just now getting the news about it. You're just now seeing other businesses have access to it rather than big companies like Amazon and Google. It's already here, right? It's not in the past. It is not. It's here. Boom. And the businesses that adopt an AI first mindset, right? An AI pivot mindset will be the ones who are going to lead the future of business. So if you want to get on board today. You don't have to be a mastermind. You just start with something small. And then, a final little expert advice from Gary Vaynerchuk. You know who he is. I don't have to explain it. AI is the biggest shift in business since the internet was born. You don't have to understand every single detail, but you do have to get into the game. Think about this in 2000 when the internet was blowing. Well, it was blowing up before that, but 2000 felt like the sort of pivotal moment when it went from just being, a web search to being interactive, Web 2.0, where we were interacting with the data, right? How that changed the platform and the world that we live in, how it changed businesses and industries completely. It's the same thing happening now. It's just got a little different tech taking place and moving at breakneck speeds. So your homework for this week, identify 3 low-value tasks you can automate. 2, research AI tools that are relevant to your industry. And you can ask AI, what tools are relevant to my industry? Go to Copilot. Super easy to add. I love Copilot for just easy questions. And then 3, implement 1 AI-powered workflow before the next episode. That's in a week. So you can find something that you can automate and do. So next week's AI episode is the rise of AI-generated content and its impact on marketing. This is big. There's just so much, guys. There's so much that AI is doing. But anywho, I love you guys. I'm so excited. Fearless Thinking live here at the SN Hub. Have a wonderful Monday. February the 3rd. We're into February already. January felt like a long month. Okay, you guys be good to each other. Do some fearless thinking. Get out there. Check out your tasks. Get into some AI or whatever and give me some feedback. Love to hear from you. Have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you later. Bye.
This has been a Fearless World Network production, brought to you by Devous Media Holdings, LLC.